जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। गोपी जना वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। गोपी जना वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यमुना तीरावनचारी। यमुना तीरावनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद। श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jayo Prabhupada, Jayo Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jayo Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. हरि नाम संकीर्तन की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, थाई गौर प्रेमानंदे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। तस्माद् अमूस् तनुभृताम् अहम् आशीषो अज्ञा आयु श्रियं विभवम् ऐन्द्रियम् अविरिञ्च्यात् नीच्छामि ते विलोलितान् उरुविक्रमेण कलात्मनोपनया मां निजभृत्या पार्श्वम् तस्मादमुस्तनुभृतम् अहम् आशीषो अज्ञा आयुश्रियं विभवम् ऐन्द्रियम् आविर्निच्चात् नीच्छामि ते विलुलितानुरुविक्रमेण कालात्मनोपनय मां निजभृत्य पार्श्वम् तस्मादमुस्तनुभृतम् अहम् आशीषो अज्ञा आयुश्रियं विभवम् ऐन्द्रियम् आविरिञ्च्यात् नीच्छामि ते विलुलितानुरुविक्रमेण कालात्मनोपनय मां निजभृत्य पार्श्वम् तस्मादमुस्तनुभृतम् अहमाशीषो अज्ञा आयुश्रियं विभवम् ऐन्द्रियम् आविरिञ्च्यात् नीच्छामि ते विलुलितानुरुविक्रमेण कालात्मनोपनय मां निजभृत्य पार्श्वम् Okay. Tasmat, therefore, amuhu, all those opulences, tanubhritam, with reference to living entities possessing material bodies. Aham, I, Ashishaha, Agya, knowing well the results of such benedictions. Ayu, a long duration of life. Shriyam, material opulences. Vibhavam, influence and glories. Aindriyam, all meant for sense gratification. Avinityat, beginning from Lord Brahma down to the small ant. Na, not. Ichhami, I want. Te, by you. Vilulitan, subject to be finished. Uruvikramena, who are extremely powerful. Kala Atmana, as the master of time factor. Upanaya, kindly take to. Mam, me. Me. Nijabhritya, Parshvam, the association of your faithful servant, your devotee. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. My dear Lord, now I have complete experience concerning the worldly opulence, mystic power, longevity, and other material pleasures enjoyed by all living entities, from Lord Brahma down to the ant. As powerful time, you destroy them all. Therefore, because of my experience, I do not wish to possess them. My dear Lord, I request you to place me in touch with a pure devotee and let me serve him as a sincere servant. Purport. By studying Srimad Bhagavatam, every intelligent man can get experience like that of Prahlad Maharaj through the historical incidents mentioned in this great literature of spiritual knowledge. By following in footsteps of Prahlad Maharaj, one should gain thorough experience that all material opulence is perishable at every moment. Even this body, for which we try to acquire so many sensual pleasures, may perish at any time. The soul, however, is eternal. Na hanyate hanyamane sharire. The soul is never vanquished. Even when the body, one must become Krishna conscious and try to fully understand Krishna. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 4.9, Janma karma cha divyam evam yoveti tattvataha. One should understand Krishna in truth, and this one can do only by serving a pure devotee. Thus, Prahlad Maharaj prays that Lord Nrsimhadev place him in touch with a pure devotee and servant instead of awarding him material opulence. Every intelligent man within this world must follow Prahlad Maharaj. Mahajano yeno gatasta pantha. Prahlad Maharaj did not want to enjoy the estate left by his father. Rather, he wanted to become a servant of the Lord. The illusory human civilization that perpetually endeavors for happiness through material advancement is rejected by Prahlad Maharaj and those who strictly follow in his footsteps. There are different types of material opulence, known technically as bhukti, mukti, and siddhi. Bhukti refers to being situated in a very good position, like a position with the demigods in the higher planetary systems, where one can enjoy material sense gratification to the greatest extent. Mukti refers to being disgusted with material advancement and thus desiring to become one with Supreme. Siddhi refers to executing a severe type of meditation like that of the yogis to attain 8 kinds of perfection, anima, lagima, mahima, etc. All who desire some material advancement through bhukti, mukti, or siddhi are punishable in due course of time and they return to material activities. Prahlad Maharaj rejected them all. He simply wanted to engage as an apprentice under the guidance of a pure devotee. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namne Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshadarane Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advait Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam, pangum langayate girim, yat kripatamaham bande, Shri Gurudin Tarnam, Paramanand Madhvam, Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hare Krishna. Shri Radha Vrindavan Chandra Bhagwan ki jai, Gaur Nitai Jagannath Baldev Subhadra ki jai. So, begging at the lotus feet of all Vaishnavas, especially the most worshipable His Holiness Bhakti Dheer Damodar Swami Maharaj, for his kind blessings, so that I can discuss as per the direction of Guru Parampara. So, there's a beautiful series which is going on. Nrsimhadev has appeared and after all the demigods, rishis, Vidyadharas, Charana, so on and so forth, they all offered prayers at a distance to Nrsimhadev. Prahlad Maharaj was prodded by Brahma that please go ahead. Okay. Somebody needs to cool the whole situation so that everybody can properly approach the Lord. Everybody was kind of fearful to approach the Lord. And then Prahlad Maharaj, who was in deep love with Nrsimhadev, never saw it as a fearful form, but actually saw that as a most merciful form. And he comes and starts approaching the prayers. I think somewhere in verse 7 it says, Prema Gadgadaya. He was offering prayers in love. It was not a intellectual analysis of Nrsimhadev's position or the position of material world, but it was a heart laden with complete love offering such prayers. So we have to see the prayers of Prahlad Maharaj in the lens of love, not with the lens of Jnana or Karma. Anyways, any Acharya's prayers we can't see with that lens. So Prahlad Maharaj, intelligence, his prayers were not coming out of dry intelligence. Buddha Bhava Samanvita. In devotional life, intelligence and bhav, they work parallelly. It is not a either or procedure in devotional life. Constantly the feelings also come based on one's capacity, based on one's uh, mercy given by Lord to the practitioner. And he also understands. Devotional life is full of feelings. That is devotion life. It is not external observance of certain rituals, certain situations, accomplishment of certain services, meditation, austerities. All those people offered the prayers so far, but they couldn't approach Lord Nrsingadev. Vidyadharas are saying that no, our knowledge has been taken away by this fellow. Austerities are being hindered. But devotion is never hindered. Because devotion is about the feelings of a devotee for Lord. It is not dependent on anything external, and that is what is meaningful. There's nothing else which is meaningful. Nothing else. Everything else uh, is just a situation which satisfies us. What satisfied Lord is the feelings which a devotee offers to the Lord. There's practically nothing else. So it is just that somebody becomes more comfortable in offering his feeling in a certain situation, and that becomes important. But that's actually only important to that extent. What is most important is offering of that feeling of love, of prayers, of love to Lord. That is it. Nothing else. Nothing less, nothing more. And that is what satisfies the Lord. That's the conclusion of Prahlad Maharaj. Otherwise, there are people who have accomplished more than what Prahlad Maharaj has accomplished externally. So many demigods. Those demigods are being destroyed by the wink of the eyebrow of his own father, and that the father also gets destroyed now. So everything from austerity, meditation, knowledge, opulences, that's what he's saying. I saw everything just getting decimated to pieces, provided your will is not there for that to exist. That's what he saw the live, uh, you know, uh, series of the events, the greatest of the demigods to occupy such positions are so difficult. And not one, but all across were being defeated by his father, who became practically the CEO of material universe. Everybody was subservient to him. And it was just a matter of flick. He was gone. It looks very, I mean, very, it was looking very difficult for demigods that when this day will end, when this era of Hiranyakashipu will end, when this, everything will end. But it was just a matter of a flick of a sandhya, and it's gone. A few minutes, it's gone. So that's a power of the slightest of the will of the Lord, that he can do that. He can do anything. So Prahlad Maharaj has been able to come to very right, he's sharing his realizations in front of Lord, that and that's what pleases the Lord, the frank, free, straightforward, heartfelt prayers of devotee to Lord. That's what he is expressing. And Srila Prabhupada is mentioning that this kind of experience and realization which Prahlad Maharaj has arrived at, everybody should arrive at it. the similar realizations, To come to right realization and conclusions is also not easy actually. You know, the same event, one may come to a very different conclusion and very different so-called realization. But Prahlad Maharaj came to the right realizations, right conclusions, right decisions. It's a rare asset sometimes in Krishna consciousness to come at right conclusions, right realizations, right decisions. Like Arjuna, when he came to the battlefield, he's a devotee. Experience is also there. He was experiencing the battlefield, but his conclusion was slightly different from what should have been the conclusion. And he was also basing it on scriptures only, by the way. It's not that he was just having some, of course, it was a temporary feeling, but who knows what is temporary? Sometimes in material condition, we don't even know what is temporary and what is permanent. What we think is very permanent for us, Arjuna was thinking it's quite permanent. He was not thinking it's a temporary feeling. It was Lord's, enlightenment for him that it's temporary feeling. Similarly, we can also, assign permanence to our temporary feelings and all those things. Or rather, temporariness to the permanent feelings. So to come to right realizations in Krishna consciousness, as Prabhupada is saying that, and Prahlad Maharaj is coming. So many people are seeing that whole episode. Even demigods are seeing that. But they are not necessarily coming to the same conclusion which Prahlad Maharaj is coming to. But Prabhupada mercifully is giving a very solid direction to us how to come to the right realizations in Krishna consciousness. And he's saying that by reading Srimad Bhagavatam, following the footsteps of the great acharyas, and hearing from Guru, one can come to the right conclusions. But I am also doing it, Apparently, many people may think I am also doing it, But what is important is like bhakti or the prema which Prahlad Maharaj is experiencing. It is not covered by jnana and karma. Similarly, in the process of devotional life, when our devotional life is covered by jnana and karma, we cannot come to the right conclusions. We cannot come to the right realizations. It's impossible. In simple terms, jnana means excessive aversion to sense objects. And karma means excessive attachment to the sense objects. It becomes, because the central theme becomes sense objects then. It covers us. It covers our realizations. It covers our free-flowing feeling for Lord. And then we end up either indulging, indulgence or avoidance. We get into that trap. That's why Prahlad Maharaj could freely offer such prayer, because he is jnana karma dhanavritam. Nothing. No, nothing is there. He's just attached to serving Lord. He is attached to that exchange of love with Lord, who is service. That pure attachment is there. And that pure attachment is the only requisite. And at whatever level we are, if we are not allowing jnana and karma to cover our devotion life, then right realizations will do come. Right conclusions will be arrived. Right decisions will also happen. And then, everything opens up. So, that whole, because Golok Vrindavan, the senses are there, sense objects are also there, Vaikuntha, everything is there. But what is there between senses and sense objects is Krishna. It's not that it's a place where there are no sense objects, which Prahlad Maharaj is saying, no, I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want this without you in the center. You are the most important factor If you are not there, then I don't want anything like this. And if you are there, then doesn't matter any which ways if you are there. Doesn't matter. Because you are the most important factor of my life. You are my love. You are my life. And that is what matters. My relationship with you is what matters the most. Then it leads to right realizations and conclusions. And that's what Bhagavatam is actually bringing out in all the episodes. Same Prahlad Maharaj later on becomes the grandfather of Bali Maharaj. Interestingly. No. That means he continues with the kingdom, everything, so to say. And he also participates in the Yajna of Bali Maharaj, And then Vamandev comes and we know whatever happens, So the point is that, whatever situation we are in, the focus has to be Lord. The focus is my relationship with the Lord. And that, enhancing that, nurturing that, nourishing that is the most important thing for us. That is what outclasses bhakti from any other school of transcendental system. Gyan, yoga, anything else. Because bhakti is so strong that it just cuts the fangs and the poisonous fangs of anything else, and yet one can use that in the service of Lord, yet one can advance in devotional life. It is so strong. It is not dependent on avoidance or indulgence. It is not dependent on that. Okay. And this is only possible by the grace of a devotee. To understand this is not a possibility of a living entity's soul endeavor. It's not possible. Jnane prayasam. By the prayas, one's own endeavor of knowledge, one cannot come to this conclusion. It is only possible by the mercy of devotee. That whatever matters is only satisfaction of Lord and nothing else. Nothing else matters. And this is only possible by the mercy of a devotee. Only possible by them, because only devotee can offer devotion to us. Everything, who can offer Lord? Lord himself cannot offer Lord. So somebody has to offer Lord. That is only a devotee. That's what Lord Chaitanya comes to establish. The position of a devotee. How important and how critical is the position of a devotee. One may is very easily arrive at this point that everything is perishable and soul is eternal. But to come to the right understanding of nature of Lord, how Lord is, what this exchange is all about, that is not possible unless there is the blessing done by a pure devotee. It's impossible. It is impossible. It cannot be deciphered. It cannot be. So even when we are reading or doing any service or anything, it's just in the mood of, I am the servant of a devotee, devotees. Yep. I am Guru Das. That heartfelt relation, not an external show of relationship of a Guru, but heartfelt relation with Guru. Nothing in devotional life is to be shown externally. It's not that I have to show something to prove my relationship to my Guru and to this and to that and to Lord. And it's all an internal connection. Chhadiya Vaishnav, I'm the servant of my Vaishnav. So Guru is representing Krishna, and Krishna is never alone. Krishna means his devotees. Krishna means his associates. So everyone. So when we have that, so one is that getting that knowledge by a pure devotee, that is fine. But even preserving and nurturing and nourishing that knowledge, the Vaishnav Seva Bhav is very important. One may get that knowledge, but how does it grow within the heart? Vaishnav Seva is Prema Latikara Moola. It is a mool of Premalata, which we are talking about. So ultimately it's about, not just a particular devotee, but it's about No, having a heart to serve all devotees, Vaishnavas. When that is there, then this knowledge is also nourished and nurtured and within our heart. It is nourished, it is nurtured within the heart. Otherwise, it gets stuck, it just gets stuck. And because obviously why it gets stuck is because where we are planning to go eventually, there this is only happening. It's all service to devotees happening. Krishna is serving devotees, devotees are serving other devotees to serve Krishna. It's all that relationships with devotees. Unless we know how to strike that relationship and be happy in those relationships, be transparent in those relationships, be comfortable in those relationships, how can we go there? We can't. We're supposed to be here then. We're supposed to be very much here. So Prahlad Maharaj is such a friendly personality. It's not that he is just read through and saying something, but he's a friendly person to all living entities. He's friendly to all. His heart is compassionate towards all devotees, beats, whatever it may be. That's how his heart actually opens up slowly. So that's what it is. And that's what satisfies the Lord. Satisfaction to the Lord comes by pure devotional service, and pure devotional service is nothing but becoming the servant of devotees. Nothing else. And that is what pleases the Lord. Because that creates our heart from which these feelings will spring up in a right way. Spring up in a right way. It will not be at the platform of jnana or karma or anything else. It will actually come from the heart. And Lord will eat with such prayers with great satisfaction. That's what he loves. That's what he's hungry after, and nothing else. And nothing else. Nothing else actually matters. So the focus here is not the avoidance of sense objects. The focus here is not the indulgence in the sense object, because nothing matters actually speaking. Even if there are people who are offered prayers who are like complete abeyance from everything, they're only focused on, but they were not able to even approach Narsingadev. Who approached? Is the greatest of the great, Prahlad Maharaj, the heart filled of love. That's what is the most important thing. Because everything else is, as Prabhupada mentions in the last para, is that bhukti, mukti, siddhi, kami, sakale ashanta. Because they are only thinking of what satisfies them. That's a problem when we are stuck in jnana and karma. We only think what satisfies us. But devotional life is what satisfies Lord. And that is what satisfies Lord when we try to satisfy Lord. And there is nothing else which can satisfy Lord. Okay, who cares? Okay, clap, fine, it's okay. You are a great jnani or a great karmi or a great yogi or whatever it may be. It doesn't matter to Lord. How does it matter? Hiranyakashipu debated all of them, bhukti, mukti, siddhis. And then he was destroyed by the wink of eyebrow because he didn't have that attitude to satisfy the Lord. He proved it, that even materially these things can be perished. Hiranyakashipu proved it. But what destroyed Hiranyakashipu's presence was Prahlad's devotion to Lord. So that is the topmost. That is the topmost. I think we'll end here. Any Maharaj, if please, any comments, any questions, anything from anyone?
Hare Krishna, Atmanam Garam. Thank you so much for such a wonderful description of the devotion of Prahlad Maharaj and the unalloyedness of that devotion, which is pleasing to Lord Narsingadev. I have one comment and one question. So comment is that actually Prabhupada in this purport seems to write that there is only two things which have to be done in this life, is association of person Bhagavat and association of book Bhagavat, and nothing else. So that's why that way he is aspiring actually, that I want to be close to a person Bhagavat. Nijavritya Parshvam, Upanaya. I want to be close. And you beautifully said that this closeness is in heart. It may not be physically or whatever it is. So, so my question is that actually Srimad Bhagavatam says that such people are very rare. The people who actually know what pleases Lord, like Kotishvapi Mahamune, one who is completely unalloyed. So Shiva, Lord Shiva says to Parvati in front of Chitraketu that such personality is very rare. So in our day-to-day life, this is the question which I am trying to understand, that if such people are very rare, then we have so many people to follow, so many people to please, so many people to obey, so many people to serve, and we have to do that. And as you said nicely, that pure devotional service is all about serving devotees. So how do we purely, have that intent? Because we can't create it ourselves, right? As you said in the class. So in the organization and institution with positions and possessions and ashrams and so many things. No? So how, and such people are rare. That's what Bhagavatam is saying. So how do we align to this person Bhagavat so that we can serve the entire world?
Thank you for a very powerful question. With your blessings only I'll able to seek. So, and some thoughts. So the same arrangement we can see it as a facilitator, and the same arrangement we can see it as an inhibitor. You know, inhibitor. Uh, it depends on our mindset. So, uh, if you see Prahlad Maharaj's example also, probably in the womb he got his association of Narad Muni. It was not that he was day in and day out, clinging on with Narad Muni. But he kept that, that those instructions and the conclusions and the wisdom and the practical application, when definitely which happens with the instructions of the great souls, then that leads to the wisdom which is non-different from the instructions which we get from those great souls. And also beyond instructions is the mood of those great souls, which acts like a silent code to all situations which we encounter in. So when we are taking that association, it is not just the association of certain instructions at an intellectual level, but it is the association of the mood of those great souls. Like we say Vapu Vani, but in Vani also then there are so many details to it. Unless we really capture the mood of a pure devotee, then even we can misunderstand the Vani also of great souls. So that is one part of it. So that mood is extremely important. And actually, when we may be like surrounded by devotees, we may say that that is very rare to get such an association of a rare soul who is perfected and all those things. But the thing is that people around us are also very rare, because they are following that rare path only. The only thing is that they are in abundance around me, so we may think since it is not coming out so rare, so they are not. It's like the rarity is now is lost. That's not the case actually. It still remains rare, even though we have a lot of people, and it doesn't matter whether how advanced they are, or it doesn't matter actually. The fact that they are on that rare path, they may give inspiration to anybody who is more advanced also. because they are following the glory of that path, which is very important. Because a devotional life is so dynamic that we can't restrict our inspiration to certain time, place, and circumstances only. It may come from anyone who is sincerely trying to follow and apply and all the same, because we also keep going up and down. When we are going down, somebody goes up, and that kind of picks up, that all, waves kind of getting combined. And when we are doing that practice, when we have that good relationship with devotees around us, depends on whatever level of devotees it may be, that's fine. But we know lovingly we connect with everyone. Lovingly we have that relationship with everyone with a good heart. Then, even within that, maybe a system or organization or institution, whatever we may call, uh, we will get that very good clear light as to how to move ahead. And that mood which we are talking about, which we mood constantly can stay with us. The vapu may be kind of no varying or not coming or whatever it is. It becomes easy having a loving relationship with devotees around us, and see it as a great blessing and facilitator for my own devotional life. uh, then it becomes then that same thing becomes very inspirational actually. Then even a child whom we are trying to talk to may give something insight to us which is very, very inspirational. Okay. So it depends on the mindset, you know, it all depends on the mindset. I mean, if the right mindset is there, then it's all good. If the mindset is not there, then we may have issues everywhere. But of course, there are certain practical things which may have to address, continue to address time and again, which is fine, which is part of the job, at least of a devotee who is seasoned. And this my home. This organization is nothing but my home. So I definitely keep working on improvising whatever I can. But at the same time, it is something which can be managed uh, uh, with the right mindset. Because as you mentioned that no association of book Bhagavat, association of person Bhagavat, but Tadera Charan Sevi Bhakta Sanevas. So Bhakta Vas, Bhakta Sanevas is very, very important. That is very important. And when we start seeing divine, forget about devotees, but even in outside people, when we start seeing divinity, that is actually perfection of devotional life. So at least we can start experiencing divinity with people around us to some extent. That's what I feel. I mean, I think we can, maybe, I don't know, maybe I've been able to answer it or not, but this is something which passes the mind. Hare Krishna.
Krishna, thank you so much, Puruji. Very inspirational, particularly the point we made that unless we have overcome the jnana and karma or sense gratification level, we cannot understand the Acharya's commentaries, their feeling, their prayers. So, Puruji, general tendency of the conditioned living entities to just get entertained in the external things. That relationship is not there due to lack of relationship. That love, that feeling, that emotion will not be developed. And if we see Prabhupada disciple examples, they're intense in that relationship. Whatever they do in relationship with Srila Prabhupada, how to please Srila Prabhupada, service, mood and missions. So my question is that how to develop that, because without relationship we cannot do anything. And it will like external level only and temporary. So how to develop that intense relationship that yes, our service is for the serve the Guru, Krishna and the mood and mission of Srila Prabhupada.
Yeah. Thank you for another answer for me only. Thank you for such this question. And so it's a journey. It is not, that's the whole process of devotional life, is that whole journey of internalizing the relationship with, not just our own gurus and all. It's about with Guru Parampara and ultimately with Krishna and all devotees around, people beyond also. That's the whole journey of devotional life. Uh, to progressively come to the right spiritual realizations and connections with everyone around us. So, multiple things. Some things will, first is that we have to be open in our heart, Many times we practice devotional life, but we are stuck to our own conditionings and way of thinking. You know, that whole example of no catching the tree and the tree is not leaving me, tree is not leaving me, I'm not leaving the tree. So, we have to understand this process is of internal overhauling. So we have to be ready to be flexible with our, conditioning is not a problem. Our holding of the conditionings is a problem, tightly. So open heart, having an open heart to improve, having an open heart to learn, having an open heart to not thinking this, that, I am now 40, I'm done. This is what I think, this is what it is, done. Stops there. Sometimes age hormonal also comes. After 40 I'm done. I said done. इससे आज change नहीं करने वाला हूँ मैं. I'm done with it. So and 20 we are very open. Then होगा हद हो गई यार अब बस. As I said. So having that open heart to continue to improve and learn is one very important thing to kind of move on. And second is that see, when we power of hearing is very very strong. No, when we hear regularly, with open heart, when we hear regularly, that itself does its own work. It's like when you go to a operation table, the doctor is going to do is all you have to do is just be there. Nothing else. You don't keep shaking here and there. Okay, so all you have to do is just lie down there and it will do its work. So when we with open heart, again coming back, it's not about when we are hearing at that time open heart, when we have a general mood of with relationship with other devotees and all, which can be easily understood, then it becomes easy to also accept those things in a right spirit and right way. Otherwise we hear and just comes, reflects, reflect, and that continues to happen for years together. But the change, it may be the quantum may be less, but that change comes when you are having that right mindset, having that balanced approach towards life, first of all, and then, not a critical attitude towards Vaishnavas, and, having a heart to serve Vaishnavas, justice to the service which I am getting. I am doing all these multiple factors, not just one factor which is going to do it. Whatever service I am getting, I am trying to do my best justice to it. All these things are going to do a play for us to have a, a fertile effect of hearing. It's not just, I hear and I'm hearing very attentively and, everything is really like, no, without blinking an eye. And it is, is going to be like, no, because ultimately it is going through the heart with the filter of attitude is there, right? So that attitude has to be porous, So that will happen by all these different things. First, having a balanced, outlook towards, life. The second, that's external, so to say. Second is, of course, to have good relationship with devotees, around us, not having a critical, weird attitudes in devotional life. Then that is really helpful. And then, we have a constant desire to improve and learn and, and doing justice to the service I am getting. I see the service, whatever I have the service, I do it with a nice justice, not use it to control people or enjoy things and things like that. Then that will also block. That will also block. So, whatever I have, I do that service with full justice without an intent to make it a tool to, create my own empire, temporary empire. So all these things have an interplay. Have an interplay. So Service means service. I do my service with a good heart. All these things will actually build up an attitude. Then we hear even for few minutes. That hearing creates an impact in us. Otherwise, I am hearing for hours and it is tapasya for everyone. So all these multiple factors. Yeah, thank you. This is what immediately crosses the mind. So I think we are over time. Yeah, last maybe question is.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you for the very nice class. See, every time whatever you are explaining, it's good. We are practicing, we are applying, we are trying to apply. But what is the solution for to the end of everything? See, mood of bhakti will end. Mood of practice will end sometime.
End.
Patience, end means, see, if you are chanting in the morning, then mood will be very good mood we are getting.
Okay.
But
Okay.
in the 24 hours, we have to be in Krishna Bhavana Vrut.
Okay. Got
See, everything is going to end. So we have to bring a patience. Patience will also end. So what is you suggest for the solution for that end? Not to come an end, we have to be continued for 24 hours Krishna Bhavana. What you can suggest for that?
The class will also end now. So it's a natural thing. It's nothing unnatural. Therefore, association is important. Therefore, see, one thing is that being in association definitely keeps reminding us, keeps us rolling in devotional life. And as we progress in devotional life, also we become more consistent in our mood. Okay, so initially when we do it, then when externals are good, then we are really jumping hard, and then when externals are changed, we are a different person only altogether. Then this happens and all those things happen. So it's a part of the process. So two things are important for us is that definitely not it's a temporary solution that we should associate with devotees and then it will end and then I'll have it. Association is a permanent feature. So where all we are planning to go, there is constant association. Okay. So being in association takes care of a lot of things. Okay. Seeking regular association of devotees. And as we continue to practice in devotional life, then automatically, our mood becomes more crystallized, so to say, and more solid and then it becomes less affected by other things and, it continues. But still it can be. So then association is a constant feature which we have to continue. And within the association, I think we have been sufficiently discussing what should be our approach. In association, I am not trying to become a hero. No, I'll become hero in the association of devotees. I'd become a big grade zero actually. So in association, I just become another normal devotee. That's it. That's my aspiration. I don't want to be a star and moon among the stars and all that. So when we have that aspiration in the association, then again it's a waste. So we want to be like, and within that we want to practice our part. That's what it is. So when that happens, I think it's very normal. It will progress. Okay. Thank you. I think we'll stop here. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande.
हरे कृष्ण जन्माष्टमी से राधाष्टमी तक हम राधिकाष्टकम गाते हैं। तो सभी भक्तों से विनती है 5 मिनट और बैठ जाएं। श्याम जगन्नाथ